Hey, what's up guys? John here. I'm going to take you guys on a tour today and share with you what's really happening, at least where I am. I'm in Florida right now, and I kind of gave you guys a little rundown a few months ago, kind of sharing with you guys what's happening here. But when we're looking at these headlines, because that's what we're seeing a lot. We're seeing these headlines, food shortages here, crisis here, collapse here, this and that, right? But now what's actually unfolding is so clear. It is so easy to see. Look at this. LA new universal mandate would include restaurant, retail, and indoor events, but not gyms. Like none of this stuff ever makes any sense, right? And it's a universal mandatory, so you have LA, inflation expectations key as investors weigh the prospect of a 100 basis point hike. Then you have Canada, just hiked rates 100 points, and Nigeria, they're talking about pressures on to hike rates again. And then you look at Shanghai. They fear this new situation, right? We all know that this is all coming back. We're stepping into this storm. Sri Lanka, the Prime Minister, just quit. And then we look at EU to adopt on Friday new Russian sanctions, tweaks to avert food shortages, measures to avoid hampering food exports. The US, UAE, and Israel are helping India fight insecurity for food. Nepal must brace for food shortages. Like all this stuff is, the last 12 to 18 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours ago, all this is brand new news, right? And so this is what my fear is, my big concern here. And at the end, I'm going to share with you guys what you can do about it, what we can all do about it. But before I'm going to share with you this tour, because to me, this is absolutely crazy. This is insane, because I'm one block from the ocean. One block from the ocean in probably the most expensive part of Florida, surrounded by doctors' offices, attorneys' offices. Like, people here have money, right? So you would think, okay, well, people have money. Obviously, you'd want to open a business there because people are going to be spending that money. But no, where I am right now, there's maybe 2 people in this entire building that are renting. Two people that are renting in this entire building. And there's a ton of lock boxes. Nobody's even looking at these units for rent. No one's even considering to rent the units. So you ask yourself, what is this a signal of? To me, it's a signal that this work from home situation is going to become much, much more prevalent. People are not going to be leasing offices. And this is definite, 100%. Especially if we start stepping into these situations again where, to me, it looks like a guarantee. Like we're 100% going to be stepping into this direction. Probably the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we're going to start seeing more and more and more of this. But I can promise you, come the fall and the winter, September, October, November, December, we're stepping into it. Like this is when problems are going to start hitting. And then my big question is, are they going to start issuing more money? Quantitative easing. Are they going to start giving money out for people to stay home? And if that does happen, what will that do to inflation, right? What is this all going to look like? Because to me, it seems like it's unavoidable. If they tell us, that problems are coming back, they will have to issue money. They will definitely have to issue money. And if that does happen, what will that do? Now, this is what I think could potentially happen here. Before even jumping into that, I'm going to give you this office tour. This video today is sponsored by thesolutionevent.com, thesolutionevent.com. They're linked down below, top comment. They believe that we're stepping into food shortages, inflationary problems. We're stepping into a big, big problem. They think a community and shelter and a strategy is most important in these uncertain times. For more information, thesolutionevent.com, link down below. They're having a free event coming up very, very soon. So take a look at this. So this office that I'm in right now, you come out here. Vacant. I've never seen anyone go in that unit ever. Lockbox. 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 Like nobody is ever here. Like it's absolutely crazy. And so it's like you have like one office, maybe two. But before there was more people here. There was more people here before. And what I'm looking at is the inevitable, that office buildings are going to get absolutely crushed. Like there's no way around it. I think the same is going to follow true for apartment buildings, like Class A luxury apartment buildings where people are living above their means. You're going to start seeing so many people start to downsize in an inflationary environment. You're going to see people go to more affordable housing units. People aren't going to, rent these beautiful beachfront condos for $5,000, $6,000 a month. I mean, New York City, they have average rent in Manhattan over $5,000 a month. If they start printing more and more and more money, and then followed by that money printing comes restrictions, I'm telling you, it's going to be a recipe for disaster. But it's also a recipe for, you can come up with a good solution, a good option, right? What is the option? There is always going to be winners and losers in every shift, every societal shift. There's always massive winners and losers. And right now, a lot of the winners are already positioned to win, but during this whole shift, there could still be a massive opportunity for you to win. I believe there's so many great opportunities with online businesses, with online ventures, with having community, having people around you, having the right team around you. All this stuff is important. It doesn't matter which industry you're in or what you see in the world right now. Having all of these little protections in place are so key. They're so paramount. I'm looking at this stuff and I'm just like, 100 basis point hike. You just think about what this would do to, like in Canada, what this would do here in America if we went with another 100 basis point hike. Crypto would continue to bleed. That's definite. Stocks would likely continue to bleed, especially growth stocks. We would start seeing more and more hiring freezes, more layoffs. We would start to see all these new problems come, right? And then people would wonder, is there going to be another hike? What is this going to do with the wintertime, with the utility bills? All costs are going to be going up, right? It's going to be interesting to watch all this. But again, what we're stepping into is going to be very problematic for most people. Not for all people. Some people they're going to come up with their own plan strategy. They already are forward thinking. This is the most important time to be forward thinking and not to be reactive, but to be proactive, right? And so like you have a plan that you're working on now, and you are, you're just connecting the dots yourself. You're seeing like, okay, this is obvious. We're stepping into this. It's July. They're talking about this. The rate hikes, you're looking at Nepal, you're looking at Sri Lanka, you're looking at Turkey, you're looking at Germany, you're looking at Argentina. All these fiat currencies are getting absolutely crushed, right? What do you think is going to happen here in America if we're following the same exact strategy or worse than what all these countries are following? It's inevitable, right? But again, there's going to be winners. There's going to be winners. This isn't like a doom and gloom, like, oh, be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's just be proactive. Be proactive about a solution, and then you're good, right? That's the only thing. Just be proactive about a solution. You will be fine. But just don't sit still hoping it doesn't happen, because look at the last couple of years. Every single month, something more and more and more insane is happening. We are heading into a problem, right? It's up to the smart entrepreneur, smart person, smart individual and investor to be like, okay, like this is it. This is what's going to happen. This is what I'm going to do, right? So with that being said, today's video sponsor is thesolutionevent.com, thesolutionevent.com. If you want to learn about Shelter Community, it's all pinned down below, top link. Subscribe. You're also subscribed on my second channel. It's going to be an interactive call-in show this upcoming week. It's going to be really, really cool. Really looking forward to it. I'm probably going to do that call-in show from overseas. I'm going to be flying out on Monday or Tuesday. So it's going to be pretty cool. So be sure to subscribe over there. And LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok up in the banner. Drop your comments below. What do you think about this entire situation? If you look at just all of what's happening around the world, it is so crazy. It's all happening at one time. At one time. What are the odds, right? See you in the next video. If you're interested in being sponsored on my YouTube channel, visit cashnow.video/sponsor and fill out the application.